Hello and welcome to Cyber Life. My name is Ken Underhill, your host. In today's episode, we have a very special guest, Zaid Sabih. Zaid is a professional hacker. He's an ethical hacker, and he helps organizations protect their data by finding vulnerabilities and exploits before the criminal hackers do. Hello and welcome back to Cyber Life. My name is Ken Underhill, your host. Before the break, I mentioned we're going to be having a special guest named Zaid Sabih on this episode. Again, Zaid is a professional hacker. Now, before we speak with him, he wanted to show you a brief demonstration of actual hacking. So in this video that's coming up, we're going to take a look at how he can access a webcam through some basic hacking. So Zaid, take it away.
So we're going to try to hack into this Windows machine from this Kali machine. Now this Windows machine is connected to the same network as this Kali machine. So this attack will work whether the Windows and the Kali machines are connected to the same Wi-Fi network or if they're connected to the same Ethernet or wired network. Now, as you can see, the Kali machine is full of weird text. That's because I've already executed all of the attack. So I'm listening for incoming connections here. I'm ARP spoofing the Windows machine here. And I'm running the script that's doing all the magic in here. Basically, the script that's running in this terminal tab in here can be used to convert any file that any person downloads to a Trojan made out of that file, as long as the person is connected to the same network as us. Now, this script is not something that we're just going to download and install. You're going to learn how to actually think and write scripts like this one. So throughout the course, we're going to implement this script ourselves using Python and man-in-the-middle proxy. So this script is already running, and let's go and see it in action. So let's say the target person wants to download Firefox. So we're just going to go to firefox.com. We get Firefox website. Now keep in mind, Firefox websites use HTTPS, so it's supposed to be secure against attacks like this one. Now the user is just going to go and download Firefox from the button that the website offers. And then the Firefox installer is going to get downloaded, as you can see here. Then I'm just going to go to my downloads to show you. As you can see, we have a file with an installer icon. It's called Firefox Installer. If we double click this, it's an exe, so it's asking me if I want to run this exe. I'm going to say yes, I want to install Firefox. And as you can see, we have the publisher, Firefox, which is all good. We're going to say yes, please install this for me. And then we're going to get the Firefox installer. So everything looks perfect, nothing suspicious at all. If we go to the Kali machine, you'll see that we actually gained access to this computer. And now I actually have full control over this computer, and I can do whatever I want with it. So I can download, upload files, edit files, install programs, install viruses, log the keys, or do anything I want. I can even access the computer resources, such as the mic or the webcam. So as you know, I like to run the webcam in my teaser lectures just to convey the idea that I have full control over the computer. So I'm just going to do webcam stream to open the webcam of the hacked computer. And as you can see, you'll see me through the webcam of the Windows computer. Now I'm going to close this. And this is not all that I want to show you. Now this script will also work with other file types. Because you're going to understand how this works and how to implement it yourself, you're going to be able to adapt it to get it to work with any file type. So let me close this. So I'm going to do Control-C, exit first to close this connection. So right now I closed my connection with the hacked machine. I don't have control over it anymore. And I'm going to do exploit again. And now I'm going to go to the Windows machine, and I'm going to close this, and I'm going to try to download a PDF. I'm just going to try to open a normal PDF file. So let's say the target wants to learn about network security. So they're going to look for network security PDF. And let's go to the first result in here. I'm going to click on that. Now, as you can see, this got downloaded as a zip file. So if I go to my downloads, you'll see I have a zip file called security. I'm going to extract this here. And as you can see, I have a PDF book called security, has a PDF icon. If we double click this, we will get our book about network security, where we can learn about the different aspects of network security. But if we go to the Kali machine, again, you can see that we have full control over the machine. We got an interpreter connection. And again, just as an example, I'm going to run the web stream to show you that I got full control and I can access the webcam. And here we go. I'm accessing the webcam through the hacked Windows machine.
Wow, I don't know about you guys, but that was a little scary that Zaid can easily turn on a webcam like that. Hello everyone and welcome back to Cyber Life. My name is Ken Underhill, your host. Now we're going to speak with Zaid, and I wanted to ask Zaid, what is hacking?
Yeah, that is a very common question that we get. In my opinion, in my interpretation, hacking is gaining access to a place or to a system that you're not supposed to have access to, or using methods that are not supposed to give you access to get access or higher privileges on a certain system. That's kind of trying to make it as generic as possible.
Wow, Zaid, I feel smarter already knowing what hacking actually is. Hello and welcome back to Cyber Life. My name is Ken Underhill, your host. Before the break, we spoke with Zaid about what hacking actually is. And I wanted to also find out how Zaid actually got interested in hacking. So Zaid, how did you get started in hacking?
I think I was 12 or 11, around that age anyway. Me and my friend had a challenge. It was back in the day when Yahoo was a thing and we used to have Yahoo Messenger for messaging and all that. And we just had a challenge of hacking into each other's Yahoo account. So yeah, we managed to do it. It felt good. It felt like, you've broken the rules because you're not supposed to do this, and from that, my friend kind of went into graphic design and all that, but I actually really enjoyed that. So I started learning more. It was just kind of the achievement that you get. It's you might be researching or trying to do something for very long, but once you get it, the achievement it feels really good. So I was chasing that for a while, and then I realized that you can actually work in this. So you can actually make a career out of it, working as a pen tester. And then I knew that's all I want to do because it's really fun for me. So if I'm doing this, I'll be having fun all the time.
Wow, thank you, Zaid. A lot of people actually started the same way. As children, they got interested in it in some capacity, usually through friends or just being curious about how technology worked. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Cyber Life. My name is Ken Underhill, your host. I wanted to ask Zaid, what are some common ways that criminal hackers can break into organizations?
Most of the big hacks, or when bigger systems and bigger companies fall, there is always a social engineering aspect to it. So it wouldn't be fully social engineering, and that can be done also. But there's always a social engineering element to it. So some employee or somebody down the line, a friend of an employee, got tricked into doing something that gave them initial small access, and from that they moved on up and up and up. And I actually had a talk, I think last year, it was basically titled, so he spent all that money and he still got hacked. And the idea was to show how very secure systems can fall if using social engineering. If an employee or somebody that works in the company does something wrong, then that can jeopardize all of the money that you spent basically on securing all the firewalls, all the antiviruses that you paid money for. They can all fall if somebody makes a simple mistake like that.
Wow, thank you, Zaid. Those seem like some really easy ways to get in. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Cyber Life. My name is Ken Underhill, your host. I figured by now, many people are probably interested in this whole hacking thing that Zaid's been talking about. So Zaid, what are some ways that someone can get started learning hacking?
There's actually so many courses on this. I remember when I was learning, there actually weren't many courses. So that was kind of hard. You had to kind of look through forums and through posts and all that, kind of piece information together, experiment until you get somewhere. Right now, there's so many resources. So there is lots of courses online. A lot of them are paid, but you don't, I teach a lot of courses. My courses are paid, but you don't have to go through that route. You can actually simply go on Google and look up the free resources that's there. It might take a bit longer because, you're looking through Google, so there might be good and bad stuff. But there is lots of resources there. So you can either go with the free route, just it might take a little bit more time, but there is a lot of resources there. You can go the paid courses route. There's lots of them there. If once you're done with the learning, and a lot of courses have a practical aspect, like my ones, it's you still need to do more practice. It's like learning maths. So I can show you the more equations you do, for example, if you're learning how to solve equations, the better you'll get at it. So you do the course or you learn yourself online. And once you feel like, okay, I've got the skills, now I need to practice, there's lots of places to practice as well. So there's lots of capture the flag competitions. Again, if you just look for CTFs, and these are places where you can basically, they have challenges and you can hack into systems legally. So you can go and practice everything that you learned. You can also get involved in bug bounty programs. So again, these are programs where they, like big companies and even smaller ones, ask you if you manage to hack into their systems and notify them, they'll actually pay you money. So you'll actually earn money with this method. There's also other companies that offer similar to CTFs, but they offer vulnerable virtual machines. Again, they have leaderboards and they have a gamification element. So it's fun, you're competing with others and all of that. We're actually working on something like that ourselves as well at the moment. So yeah, once you do the learning, you go and practice. You can also practice once you feel you're confident enough with your skills after you practice in CTFs and in bug bounties, you can go and you can start freelancing. So you can basically advertise that you'll pen test websites, maybe for a small fee at the start because you don't have a lot of experience. And again, from that, build up more experience and go on and on. There's also lots of certifications that, again, give you practice and also help you get jobs because they look good on your CV. I get a lot of people asking me, what is the best certificate? What should I do? What should I not do? There is lots of certificates, but you don't have to have any of them to get into the industry. You can actually get into the industry without having any certificates. They're good because if you need them, they'll teach you, they'll give you practice, and they'll get you through the HR barrier. Because, a HR person is going to read your CV. And a lot of the time, if they don't see that you've done a specific certificate, they'll think you don't have the skills. So they'll get you through the barrier of the person reading your CV and thinking you're qualified. But a lot of companies will actually at the end do their own, give you their own test, and you'll have to demonstrate that you actually have the skills.
Excellent. So it really sounds like there's different ways to get into hacking, and it just really all boils down to being curious and trying to figure out how things actually work. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Cyber Life. My name is Ken Underhill, your host. So I wanted to just ask you, Zaid, do you have any final thoughts for the audience?
If you want to learn hacking and become a hacker, first of all, lay out why do you want to learn it. If you want to learn it to work, or are you just interested in it? So based on that, you can kind of draw a path. If you're just doing it because you're interested, you don't need any certifications. There's lots of certifications that sound very attractive, like Certificate of Ethical Hacker. People think like they need to get it to work as hackers. No, it's just called like that. That's its name, and it sounds very attractive, but it's just a name. So if you just need the skills, don't need any certificates, just learn the skills, do it the way you want. If you need to work, obviously learn the skills. You can learn them for free, or you can learn them using courses, up to you. And then if you do have IT experience or a degree, then you can actually get into a lower position in cybersecurity and build up, again, without certifications. If you don't, then you probably do need to get some certifications to make your CV attractive. But keep in mind, you will be tested. So just having certifications doesn't mean you got the job. And the certifications will get you through the HR barrier, and then you will have to demonstrate that your skills. And you can, like I said, practice using the CTF websites, bug bounties, freelancing, and so on.
That is some great advice. Thank you, Zaid. And again, for the audience, be sure to check him out at zsecurity.com. Hello, and welcome back to Cyber Life. My name is Ken Underhill, your host. In today's episode, we got to hear from a real-life hacker, Zaid Sabih. Again, thanks to Zaid for coming on the show. Be sure to check us out at cyberlife.tv, where you can also buy these great t-shirts, sweatshirts, and more. Also follow us on YouTube at cyberlife.tv. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. We look forward to seeing you in the next episode.